100% of myself. Now, I know a lot of people here in the United States might know my name too well.
Too bad you don't, Dean. Jeez. What is going on, everybody? Thursday night has arrived, and so has Wrestling Outlet. I know you're happy. So are we. We are. We're excited. I'm excited. I'm excited that tomorrow night I'm going to be joining you guys for the Tyson Jake Paul fight, and it's just been a pretty decent week this week. So anyway, folks, I'm Boxman. This is Wrestling Outlet, and across from me is that sexy man, not in orange this time, not in green. I don't know what to do, but all flanneled up. Oh, there we go. He's got the green under. Okay, there we go. Now I'm okay.
Yes.
Now I'm okay.
Generations, how are you? We're rocking out here.
Yeah, man. What is going on this week with you?
Not a lot. Just hanging back.
Nice, man. Nice. Folks, I'm going to have to just warn you up front. My pigs are on the porch, and if you hear squealing, you might hear it. They're about to start up, so I don't know. Who knows what they're doing up there on my porch? Plus, my wife's going to be home soon. It's just a crazy time here at the old box farm, the old box ranch.
I continue to be upset with you for not referring to your homestead as Box Manor.
This is not a manor.
Numerous times. Well, no, that's a garage, but I mean your house overall.
More like maybe like box acres. Maybe we could do that. But this is no manor. I can tell you. Yeah, it's nice, but I've only got a couple acres and a little house in the back, but nice enough. It's finally starting to cool down, so I can finally go out there and need to get some shit done because it's just hard to do in 99.5 degree weather. So no, it's cooling down now. I think it was like 82 today. That's about what it's been all week, right around in the 80s. But I mean, in the mornings it's cool, and I mean, right now it's down to 56. I would open the window if the fucking pigs weren't out there, honestly. But it's yeah, it's nice out here. It's quiet, but man, when it rains, it fucking rains out here. I didn't realize, but it's known to rain in this part.
That's a good point. I hear you. Except that I don't hear you.
Of Texas, for some reason. I'm in the as usual. Doesn't matter. I got the other recording going. So there we go. He's back already. And I don't know if it's my internet or yours, but
well, I mean, I'm gonna guess it's you because I don't have these problems on Monday.
And I don't have them when I'm on by myself, so it might just be a combination of both of ours.
There you go.
It might just be. Let me see if I got anything running in the background here. Got my torrent, but that's not downloading anything. I could turn off my VPN.
Sure, why not? But then the feds will track you, so I don't know if we want that.
I'll be all right for a little while. Let me disconnect both my VPNs. See if that helps a little bit.
Currently watching my dog whip the shit out of a wristband that I used to have. I still have it, but now it's a used to have.
Well, there you go. All right, I got nothing running in the background, so hopefully it's all right. I really need to wipe this whole fucking computer. I really need to. Mm-hmm. It would help a lot, and I'll get around to doing it. I know where the disc is. I know where everything is to do it. I just haven't been able to get around to doing it. So probably not going to be this week either, but I'll just have to take a couple days and do it. But So yeah, any you just hanging with the fam, Smark, or any are you going out of town?
Yeah, just a little family thing. Not really going out of town.
Yep.
I do have family out of town.
Can you not hear me now?
I can hear you now. But
Smark, can you not?
let's
Oh,
see.
wait,
Hopefully that
I
works.
think he just refreshed because it's like I don't think he could hear me for a second there. Hopefully he can hear me now. Can you hear me now?
Yes. Just a minute.
Why can't? Okay, now you can hear me.
Hmm?
All right, good. Like I was saying, Thanksgiving a couple weeks away. You going out of town, or you staying around hanging with the fam?
No, I'm staying where I'm at. It's a small little family gathering. Nothing too major, but no, it'll be good. It'll be a good time.
All right, nice. We were gonna have to drive for like 2.5 hours, but we got lucky and only got to drive an hour. So we're just heading to my parents this year. So much easier.
Do you alternate? Do you like one year is your parents, 1 year is wife parents, or whatever?
Yeah, that's what we do. Food's better at my house. Yeah, the food's much better at my house. There was one year we ate. One year we ate in a garage. It was not fun. The food wasn't bad though. Actually, I did the turkey that year, so it was fucking awesome because I did the deep fried turkey. So might do that in the next few weeks. Usually, I get a turkey somehow, somewhere from somebody, and I might. That's my dog's going crazy, not my pigs. I might do a little turkey deep fry in the next few weeks. Not a bad idea, actually.
Like, yeah, brother.
Not a bad idea. So yeah, I might do that. That's always fun to do. But anyway, folks, we got a few little things to talk about in wrestling this week. Not too much, but there is a few things going on. I guess we can go ahead and kick off and start talking a little bit of that wrestling stuff. I just start. Let's just fucking start. So, Jon Moxley lately, I don't know if anybody's noticed, but I don't know if you noticed, Mark, but Jon Moxley's been doing a lot of interviews lately.
Mm-hmm.
Jon Moxley is not the best in interviews. He kind of, I don't know why, he kind of mumbles a little bit. Okay. He kind of mumbles a bit, is what he does. He doesn't really speak. I mean, I know he's speaking like he speaks, but for some reason in interviews when he's trying to be kind of quiet and calm and cool, he mumbles a little bit. But he's been doing these interviews, and he did one with, believe it or not, New York Post. The New York Post. And Moxley was saying that he considers August 28th, 2024, just a couple of months ago, the day that he returned from his hip injury, day zero, and that AEW has been getting a hard reset and a complete restart ever since. Says he appears to mean both in storyline and backstage, and this is what he says, Smark. I can't believe these words came out of his mouth, but they did. You ready?
Sure, let's do it.
All right. He said, I have a dream, a vision.
And one day.
Exactly what I was thinking. He said, I have a dream, a vision, something I can see, Moxley said. I see a world where everyone is successful, where everyone can be successful, where the talents are fostered and their growth is fostered, and talents are set up for success and set up for growth to be whatever. This is a fucking word salad. Jesus Christ, did Kamala Harris write this for you? are set up for success and growth is that they can be where their strengths are brought to the forefront and utilized, and we mine their value out of them and give them the opportunity to be whatever it is they can be. Moxley discussed an incident from earlier this year, Smark, that he was backstage with some backstage person, is exactly what he said. And something led to him getting little pissed off. He was speaking with this guy, person, we'll say person, about some things on the card and where they should be. And the individual said, well, it's the bottom of the card. It doesn't matter. It's the bottom of the card. It doesn't matter, Moxley said. Can you imagine that? Like, you're fucking fired. You're fucking fired. Go work at Sunglass Hut. You should be fucking pistol whipped for saying that. All right. Almost done. Everybody that's on top was one time on the bottom. That's how it works. You climb the ladder. You see a lot of frustration and confusion from some of these talents because there is no fucking ladder. They don't know what to do. They're kind of just wandering in the desert. We're going to grab them by the shoulder and we're going to walk them. Okay. Take a few things from this. First of all, it sounds like he's scolding the talent passive aggressively. I'm not sure if you agree with that one, but
I don't know if calling for them to be pistol whipped is passive aggressive. I think it's just full on aggressive at this point.
Well, he said you should be, not that you need to be. I mean, that's where the passive part comes in, Smart.
It's apparently going to pistol whip them in the desert, is what you said.
Oh, I mean, I understand the geez, just leave. Okay.
I haven't read the comment, but I'm just gonna go ahead and play the Avalanche song. Here we go.
It's an avalanche. Snow filled the air, buries everything. Time to be scared. You better be aware. It's a nightmare. You better run away if you just can't stay. If you wanna save the day.
I'm gonna grab the song.
It's an avalanche. Shining white, it's not like an angel, more like a devil. Not small like a pebble, more like a mountain that's swung to hold it.
You don't usually play this
It's
much.
an avalanche.
That was way more than we
Yeah,
usually play. That was way more than usual, Smark. That was overload of avalanche.
Yeah, avalanche. The dog grabbed my socks, so I had to go get my socks back. I told you I unmuted your mic so you could do whatever you wanted, but I don't know if you heard me or not.
That kid definitely calls Target Tarjay. 100%.
Do they have targets anymore?
I don't know. Probably. It's probably called Tarjay.
There's like a U in there somewhere.
Oh yeah. Torju, Torgay. That sounds better. Torgay. So anyway, again, it sounds like he's sort of
I kind of like how you're just not allowed to be honest, though. Because it's like, yeah, okay, I get what he's saying. Everybody starts at the bottom and you have to work your way up. And the only way you can work your way up is if you try your best in whatever position you're given. But at some point, like, if you're wrestling on Rampage every fucking week, you're just like, this sucks. This doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm sure a few of those guys are extremely frustrated. I mean, look at Miro. Miro basically come out and said how fucking frustrated he is just being in the company right now. Someone actually spotted him at somewhere wrestling. I think he was at.
I swear to God, I thought you were about to say Red Lobster.
No,
Like somebody was just knee deep in fucking cheddar bay biscuits, and they just look up and there's me.
Those are fucking delicious, though. But no, I think he was at Gangrel's school.
Nice.
So he was at least. I mean, it's good to see him active and in the States, and I don't know. Maybe we'll see the guy back. Maybe we'll see him back. There's one guy I just can't understand why they can't just find some sort of slot for him. It's like people literally clamor for this guy all the time, and they can't just say, all right, come on back, here you go. Have a match, have a couple matches.
The last thing I remember him doing, I mean, they might have used him for like a match here or a match there since then, but like, this is a long time ago at this point. He was feuding with House of Black, and he was basically like, your spooky devil shit doesn't frighten me because I'm fucking man of God. I'm going to rip you motherfuckers limb from limb. Like, he did a good promo on him.
Yeah.
And it was like an interesting feud, and then it just, nothing else happened.
Well, nothing's happening with him. So, I don't know, man. I just don't. I mean, I can definitely see frustration in a lot of people, but Moxley has no right to be frustrated. Number one, it doesn't sound like he sounds more like he's voicing his frustrations with some of the people complaining backstage, is what it sounds like. And some of it sounds like he's kind of bitching about creative and some of the creative decisions that happen around there. He's right, though. Let me tell you what, if you really think about that, that is a fucking shitty comment to make. Oh, it's just the mid card. Well, the mid card needs to be brought up to be the main, like the fucking, up to the main event eventually. That's probably what a lot of those guys are working to do. So I get where he gets pissed. Like I do agree, pistol whipping might be a little over the top.
Plus, like, really, context is important. I wonder who said this, because, like, if it was one of the, like, organic people that they brought in that was, like, on the indies and wasn't somebody who they got from, like, WWE, then, like, I could kind of see him, like, them being mad where it's like, it's fucking the main event scene. It's all WWE motherfuckers. Like, of course it's hard to, like, move up. And he's like, hey, how dare you? Don't criticize us. Like, that kind of shit.
Yeah, but you can also blame Tony Khan for fucking swollen up his fucking roster the way he did. I mean, that is another fucking problem. And he just lets people's contracts run out like Jake Hager. Norab, what's going on, brother man? We are doing well. I am doing well. I don't want to speak for Smart, but looks like he's doing well.
I'm doing good.
We hope you are too.
Quick aside here. She said Mike Tyson is going to rip Jake Paul apart. Try that again. Take two. Mike Tyson is going to rip Jake Paul apart. A lot of peas there. Like a lion tearing into a bitch-made gazelle.
Well, why are you here? Come here.
See, because he said lion.
I don't know why, but I have a pirate beside me with a hook and everything. I'm a little nervous. I don't know what is happening, but a pirate just came in my room. Okay. Thank you. That's pretty cool.
I'll kill you.
No, don't kill me. That's not nice. Don't kill.
I didn't kill you.
Pirates don't kill. Ah! Parlay. I call parlay. Isn't that what you're supposed to do? Parlay or some shit? Parlay.
Garbage day!
Huh?
No!
What was that from?
Like one of the Silent Night, Deadly Nights. I forget which one. Maybe the second.
Oh, okay. I don't think I've seen either one of those.
Nah, they don't. They suck.
Yeah, I don't. You know me. I'm not the horror guy. But yeah. I don't know what just. I'm not quite sure what just happened there, but something happened. But
well, your daughter's
anyway,
starting to kill you, so that's pretty good.
She did say that. She said she's going to kill me. That's because her brother's. That's because. Yeah, the man on the moon. He had an interview, but they postponed for tomorrow. Fridays are good interview days. I like going in on a Friday. Everybody's a little looser. They're usually a little more casual. They're looking forward to the weekend. I like interviewing on Fridays better than Monday. Mondays are the worst days to do interviews because it's hectic and people are rushing and they want to get you the fuck out. No, tomorrow's a good day for an interview.
Yeah, well, everybody's looking forward to the weekend on Friday. You got to get down on Friday, boss.
That's right. Everybody's working for the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Little lover boy there for you. Anyway, I guess back to Moxley here. But yeah, I mean, I could, like I said, pistol whipping might be a little bit over the top for someone saying something that is a little messed up, but you could also just go, you know, those guys are eventually going to need to be worked up to be headlining stars. You could have just said that instead of threatening to pistol whip the guy. But hey, everyone handles things different. I guess. But there's a little more to that interview. And he continued. Again, he kind of explained a little more about how that reset thing was going. And he was talking a little bit about the Warner Brothers TV deal, obviously, that they just signed. And he said, by signing this deal, we made a commitment to do something and to attempt something, to create something, to be successful at something. Yeah, oh my God. You know, this is not a time to celebrate. No, there is a time to laugh, a time to love, a time to heal. No, I'm just kidding. He said, you know, this is not a time to celebrate. There is no time to do that.
Who's the Boss theme song? There's a time for the turn, making your way through the...
They said there is no time to celebrate. This is the time to get to work. What are we going to do with this opportunity? That's what I'm worried about. There's been a lot of kind of in the previous AEW in the past. And no, I did not add one word to that sentence, by the way. You know, there's been a lot of sitting around celebrating, just treating it like this stuff just happens. Like, oh, it's just success. Just, you know, happens. And this is the way it's supposed to be. And it's not going to go anywhere. Like, this can all go away tomorrow. Said he's already seeing changes backstage. Last paragraph here, folks. He said, I'm just kind of excited about the new kind of attitude you're feeling, the energy that you're feeling in the locker room.
Backstage. You can't use that phrase. You don't get a fucking cease and desist.
You're going to get one.
You said attitude.
Oh, yeah.
Attitude, ruthless aggression. Can't use that one. You gotta fucking chill out.
No.
This entire time, he's gone on this long diatribe, and I'm just sitting there, like, imagining the host is just like, hey, can you please just fucking put a sock in it for like 3 seconds? Because we got to read this Blue Chew ad. If you would just calm yourself down, sir. Great pistol whipping somebody. Anyways, have a hard time getting your dick on?
Blue Chew's here to help you with that.
Listen, son, if you would just be quiet so Conrad could tell you about his limp noodle, we gotta pay the bills, brother.
Oh shit. But he did say that he's feeling a different vibe in the locker room, backstage, and in the arena. Everything surrounding AEW. It's just a different kind of attitude. So
you gotta imagine he's out here pistol whipping motherfuckers. It's gonna change the vibe up real quick. It says you go past Casual Tuesday with that shit, Casual Friday.
That's right. The beatings will continue until morale improves. That's we fucking named a show that, if you remember.
It's like, well, I guess we're not getting a fucking pool table in the locker room, man, if you're just gonna.
Me and the wife were talking about getting a pool table last night. Actually, that's funny.
Just wondering if I could just get reimbursed for the fucking vending machine at my 20 cents. I'm trying to get my money back.
Man, that's funny. Yeah, we literally were though, because they make them so much lighter and more efficient now that you don't need to get that big giant wood slate 7,000 pound. I know I'm exaggerating. 700 pound thing in your house anymore. You can get full size pool tables and they're much lighter and easier. And we were thinking about, I was going to take a look over the weekend, see what we can find, save up for one. I love playing pool. My kids would love it. All we have is a little tiny pool. Yeah, we have a little mini pool table here, and I wouldn't mind putting that in my son's room or fucking getting rid of it, to be honest with you. But anyway, so yeah, that's there you go. Moxley almost sounds like he's put his shoes in that kind of where CM Punk was, almost that kind of leaderish role, if you will.
I mean, they've been kind of calling on him to do that for a long time because basically every time Punk fucking acted up, they had to get Moxley out there to cover his for him. So I guess it's just sort of where he is in the company. But I don't know. I don't buy him as being like a locker room leader type guy. Like, I don't know why, but I think it's a low energy. It's just, you need somebody that's a little bit more, I don't know, like passionate, but hey, whatever.
Are you kidding with that I Have a Dream speech that he cut?
I have a dream that someday Leo Rush will team with Roderick Strong.
Man, that was not a good show for me Wednesday. Between the both of them and Leo and fucking Roddy.
I saw there was fucking on Collision Saturday. It was Roderick Strong versus the Beast Morphos. And I just wanted to send you like the graphic of the match graphic. Just like, so you watching Collision this week?
Yeah, great. Mickey Mouse versus the Latin Mantar. Wonderful, great, grand. Who gives a fuck? I don't. I won't be watching. But anyway, is that the only? I mean, that's not. We'll definitely talk about Moxley a little bit later when we talk about AEW. But I guess we can. I guess we can keep going a little bit here, move on from that story a little bit. And Nora, I'm glad you're doing well, sir. Yeah, we are too. Thank you for asking. I appreciate that. Got Cheese in here hanging out. Be hanging with him tomorrow. And on that Mike Tyson point, a lot of people are already saying, don't be surprised if Tyson just takes the money and takes the dive and the second. Got me worried. I think Tyson's going to kill the motherfucker. But everyone's saying don't be shocked if Tyson takes the fall and just takes the money. But I don't.
I mean, that's what I think is going to happen, but you never quite know. Like, it takes one or two punches or just something fucking triggers him and he just remembers that he's Mike Tyson for like 45 seconds. Because that's really all you need. You don't need Mike Tyson to be Mike Tyson for 45 minutes. You need Mike Tyson to be Mike Tyson for about a minute, 2 minutes. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, listen, what if this guy, hits him wrong and he just turns into himself? I don't know, man. I hope that's not what happened. I hope
is more so what I'm hoping for than anything is just he just gets one good hit. He just like fucking he snaps back to like fucking the 90s.
I don't know, man. I think Jake Paul could use a humbling, and I think the boxing world would appreciate a good little humbling for him too. I don't know, man, but we'll be talking about it tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Are we doing the whole undercard and everything? Or are we just doing just that match? Or
I guess it starts at 8, so I guess we'll probably just hang out and bullshit.
All right, I'll have plenty of beer. Don't worry about it. It's Friday night.
Yeah.
So that's 7 my time, and it's just on Netflix, right?
Yeah, it's on Netflix. There'll be probably other places to find it as well. Wink, nudge, nudge. I think Dirk's going to be with us too if he's feeling up to it. So we'll have plenty of people there to fill dead air time. So that'd be cool.
Yeah, I got Netflix, so we can definitely be checking it out. Yeah, most definitely we'll be watching that. So yeah, we'll be doing that tomorrow. But all right, I guess we can go ahead and move on. And there was big news today, Smark. Big, really, really big news. When AEW canceled a Collision taping, but they didn't cancel. They moved venues is what they did. I guess they're at some Globo, like they're at I guess what it is they were in an arena that it was the Nationwide Arena, which I guess when wrestling is in there, it's set for around 20,000. And they hadn't sold that much. So they moved to a smaller venue. And listen, it's for a December 7th show, by the way. Listen, yeah, let's not act like WWE hasn't done this really within actually the past few months. They did this, but let's be honest. For one fucking time, these guys saw a problem, decided to actually take action, do something about it, and it's the right thing to do. Because if you only pack 20 or 2,000 in a 20,000, good God, it's going to sound like you're going to hear fucking quarters dropping.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. All I'm saying is for one fucking time, they actually saw a problem, acted, did something, did the right thing, but they're still going to get shit for it, which is fine. I mean, I look, I know people are going to laugh and complain about it, which is fine. But yeah, they have already moved the event. It's in a much smaller arena. Listen, what are you going to do? Shit happens.
Exactly.
I remember almost a year ago when we were coming into 2024, me and you were saying they should be running smaller venues. Back then, that was one thing we were saying they should do in this year.
Mm-hmm.
Well, shit, it might have taken them till November, but hell, they might have listened finally, Smart.
Yeah, just you gotta do the fucking WWE in the early '90s playbook. You just book like a fucking 5,000 person venue, and then you just lie about the attendance number. 5,000 becomes like 10,000, and it's like sold out, packed to capacity. They don't need to know that you're giving out comps.
No, I mean, look, you do what you got to do. Make them numbers work. You got to make them numbers work. But yeah, it was pretty big news today. A lot of laugh reacts. And I did see they were taping Collision tonight. I actually started seeing a few spoilers for it, so I just put my phone down, and not that I watch, but I do listen to a couple of shows with it.
I'm just picturing the spoilers coming out. Tony Schiavone be like, "That'll put butts in seats." It's like, wait, no, you work for us. Don't do that. Stop that.
Poor Tony. Poor Tony and Nigel have to sit there beside that fucking goof in a fucking mask. Just some fucking idiot in the middle of them with fucking mask on. Just fucking here's Nigel McGuinness, sitting there in a nice polo and, looking good. He sounds great. Tony Schiavone, fucking voice we've heard forever, for ages. And then you got this fucking schmuck in a fucking mask.
My goodness.
And we have to pretend we're taking this fuck seriously.
I mean, apparently we don't.
I don't. I'm sorry. I just fucking leave. Just leave.
Norab's dropping some bombs here. He says, "Guys, my friend has an in with Tony Schiavone. We told him a lot of inside dirt."
Yeah, I probably said that fucking Excalibur's a schmuck. Excuse my language, folks. I'm really apologize. Don't mean to be so salty tonight.
What is really funny, though, actually, I mean, to be honest about it, like, I could understand if he was like an actual luchador, but like he's from like fucking Southern California and he's as white as the fucking pure driven shit of snow. Like, Sammy is more ethnic than he is, and he fucking dropped the mask.
Well, I mean, I've seen pictures of him without the mask. I see why he wears the mask.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, dude, put the fucking mask, just take it off. Be yourself.
You're not a proper fucking luchador. Like, you didn't spend time in AAA. You worked in fucking Reseda, California. Get off. Come off it already.
Yeah, just be yourself, dude. No one. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know if that's at all any reason some people started tuning out. It could be.
How fucking great would it be though if like Kane went back to wearing the mask, like as the mayor? He's just got the mask. He's got the fucking vocoder. My opponent has said a lot of untrue things about the missing golf carts.
Wow, you're gonna have to repeat that whole thing. I missed all that from imagine if Kane put the mask back on. That are you all good there, Smark? I think he's on mute, folks. I think he's muted for a second while his dog is attacking him. We'll get his point about Kane in just a minute here, folks. That poor guy. That puppy has so much fucking energy. Let's see. He says Schiavone has an ass kisser in Sanjay Dutt. That doesn't surprise me since Schiavone has a position of power and Dutt wants all in. Schiavone says Dutt bought him a tray of cupcakes a few days ago. Sasha Banks, sure, typing, bought him a $30 grocery store cake for his birthday. Aw. That's sweet. I think Smark's still on mute. Yeah.
A $30 grocery store. You think she went to Publix? Was
She
she out
what?
here in Publix? Was she out here at Erewhon? What was she doing?
I don't know, man. I'm not sure where they were this week.
Oh, I'll tell you exactly where they were. They were at Bridgeport. They're in Bridgeport, Connecticut. And you want to know why? Because Swerve didn't know where they were. And they proceeded to chant this. He said Stanford, and they booed the shit out of him. And when Lashley was stomping him out, they were chanting, "This is Bridgeport," and cheering for Bobby Lashley whooping his ass.
Is that what they were cheering? Okay.
Mm-hmm. He said Stanford, Connecticut. They booed the shit out of him. And then Lashley came out and fucked him up. And they kept chanting, "This is Bridgeport," while he's like laying down, supposedly unconscious. It was pretty wild.
That's funny.
He fucking pulled an R-Truth, which like that was before they were trying to give R-Truth like the wacky guy gimmick. He came out and they were like Green Bay and he said Milwaukee or vice versa. I don't remember which one. It was some Wisconsin town he fucked up. Mm-hmm. And they just immediately started shitting on him in commentary and they gave him the goofy guy gimmick that he doesn't quite know where he's at any given time, which ended up fucking paying off for him big time. So him fucking up a promo ended up adding years to his career.
Yep, still going today, actually. Still going today. Let's see. So the last one was a big one. Schiavone got Tony Khan to hire one of his sons. Schiavone said his son was unhireable. I think it was the son who was involved in the Big Show QT feud.
Huh? Dear God, that sounds like the worst fucking... I for sure had to have blocked that out of my memory, like PTSD stuff. Because that sounds like the worst feud of all fucking time. I feel like that would have been burned into my
memory. Big Show QT. Was that a Collision feud? Was that a Collision feud, maybe?
It's a fucking Rampage feud.
Rampage Collision? That might have been one of those shows feud. I don't remember watching that. I don't remember.
No, thank God.
Schiavone buries the majority of the storylines to his podcast listeners. Well, that's fine.
He also, like, people give JR shit, but, like, Tony Schiavone also seems like he's checked out quite a bit, too. Like, there's just a lot of times where he's just like, I would rather be anywhere else right now. Sometimes I don't blame him. But, like, with JR, it's like, okay, yeah, at some point, JR's problem is just, like, JR's getting older. But, like, Schiavone's just, like, sometimes he doesn't seem like he gives much of a fuck at all, to be honest.
Well, he's getting up there too, my man. He ain't exactly a spring chicken, I mean.
That's true.
How old is old Tony? Tony Schiavone. Tony Schiavone age.
I'm gonna say 57.
You're a decade off, 67 years old. So
2 years away.
He can be a little salty at times, I guess, which is fine. I'm damn near 70 years old.
Maybe Tony Schiavone was the one that said it was just the opening card. It doesn't matter. It's like, I don't give a fuck. I'm Tony Schiavone, bitch. I commentated Glacier matches. Watched a man get thrown off a fucking roof after a monster truck match, and I got to be fucking commentating Roderick Strong versus Mortos. This is a bunch of bullshit.
I don't know. Tony might have been. He might have been the one to say to pistol whip him. I don't know. You never know. I mean, could have been. Could have been. So, all right. Let's move on a little bit here. Now, I didn't realize, but I knew the Butcher and the Blade have both been out for a little while. What I didn't realize is that the Blade had back fusion surgery in September. So I did not know that, but his wife, Allie the bunny, kind of basically gave us a little update, said he is doing well. He just started his physical therapy. And basically right now, all he's doing is stand-up comedy. I'm not sure if he's actually standing for the stand-up comedy, but
It sounds like the worst profession for him.
Was that wrong? Or was that right down our alley?
Well, first of all, I will give you credit for that. That was a good one, but I was just picturing, just like, he can't cut a promo for 2 minutes. How the fuck is he doing it? Like a 15, 20, 30-minute stand-up set?
I don't know, man. I just don't know how funny he is, but I guess we'll all find out one day, won't we? Now,
You guys, what's the deal with catering food? I mean, you're in the back, you're not wrestling, so you gotta eat something, and they only have fucking chicken. Moxley's out here pistol whipping people. That's wild.
Pistol whipping. All I said was it's just a middle card. All right. Now I need back fusion surgery. All right.
I just said I don't know why I have to wrestle Leo Rush. He fucking took out the Glock on me.
God damn it, Jon Moxley.
What's the deal with Johnny A's peeing on people? I mean, come on.
Arn actually did pull a Glock on me. All right. All right.
Uh-oh.
I don't either.
Got Conrad in trouble with YouTube. Well, fuck yeah. Cheers to him. He got Conrad to talk about Bigfoot and to curse at the claims of seeing Bigfoot.
Oh, wait, you can't curse on YouTube at all?
Well, I mean, they'll demonetize you if you say certain words, or I guess certain words within a span of like the first 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. But I would actually, that is the only thing I would actually ever watch or listen to involving Conrad. If there was just like a fucking Discovery Channel like documentary about Conrad looking for Bigfoot, that'd be fucking wild.
That would be worth it. That next one.
Now, I have seen the Yeti ones, but I ain't never seen Bigfoot. Now, I wonder if that's just rumors and innuendo.
That's just rumor and innuendo about that, you know.
Guys, I am currently being fucked by Bigfoot, and let me tell you, he's got just a mountain of blue chew. Tony Khan claims, Tony Schiavone claims Tony Khan doesn't want to do long promos since Tony Khan believes the show needs to be all action, total nonstop action.
I'm not sure I agree with that because I was literally about to fall asleep between Will Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher at how fucking drawn out and long that bullshit was with those two. That could have been fucking 4 minutes less, 5 minutes less, and I would have been fine with it. It was so long, so I'm not sure I believe that one. I think Tony Schiavone's just looking to poke some bears and make some money off of the IWC.
Poking some bears, huh?
Oh, yeah. Sometimes you got to poke a bear.
Hold on a second.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
I didn't say fuck a bear. said poke.
Poke and bears. Bears.
Poke.
Yeah. Bears.
Da bears. Poke the bears.
Bear.
Oh man. Ah. Oh, dog's not happy with that.
It's very low effort. Just like it sounds like he's trying to start a lawnmower. Would you calm down, young man?
Shit. But yeah, I did not know. Excuse me. Did not know the Blade had spinal fusion surgery, but I am glad he's doing better, getting back into it, and if he's already started physical therapy, that's very good. That means he's on his way back.
His way back. Who the fuck would pay to see him do stand-up comedy? That is the most wild shit. Like, is he opening up for like Mick Foley? Is it like fucking? Is he out here with like Bert Kreisler? What the fuck is going on?
I'm going to assume you always got open mic nights.
Probably.
He's probably doing open mic nights and stuff like that.
He's fucking being booed off stage at Showtime at the Apollo.
Well, that might happen, but I don't know. I'm and he might be just opening for people, which you don't really get much for. So who knows?
Gallagher and the Blade.
Yeah, I think Gallagher's dead, but
yeah, because I mean, after he learned that he had to work with the Blade, he just fucking.
Oh shit!
That's even worse. He's doing it with fucking Gallagher too, his brother.
Oh, his brother was fucked him pretty bad. His brother was actually out there just doing his act, stealing money.
That's pretty cool.
Like literally just stole it word for word. Like took the script, memorized it, went out there and did his act. The whole Gallagher smashed pumpkins or watermelons and everything.
Next time you're not here, I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna like find the most recent episode of Soul Monster and just word for word say everything that he's.
Just transcribe it and start reading it. My buddy also says Tony Schiavone uses the company credit card to buy Domino's, and Schiavone gets all the points for buying the pizza.
I think he's just making shit up at this point.
Yeah. First of all, Domino's is like the fucking Temu of fucking pizzas. So I don't know. That's horrible pizza. I would at least spring for something else.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like Domino's. I think Papa John's actually is pretty good. I like their sauce.
Well, I mean, I could see why you would like Papa John's.
Their sauce. And once their pizza gets fucking cold, that shit is nasty. So you got to eat that shit right when it's fucking right when it gets there. You got to eat that shit. Pizza Hut.
So upset. I used to work at a place where like every Sunday they would get us free Papa John's. It was a restaurant.
Mm.
I didn't work for Papa John's, but I worked at a place that people would bring in Papa John's like every Sunday. And then Buddy went on his fucking weird racist, like I've eaten 80 pizzas in 3 days, so I could fucking see into the future, whatever the fuck weird bullshit that the founder. And then we stopped getting Papa John's, so I was pretty upset. Like that motherfucker ruined my free Papa John's.
Prick. I do like Pizza Hut. I do actually like Pizza Hut. Luckily, it's good. I like Pizza Hut. It's really all that's around here. I'm not lying. Like I've said this a few weeks ago. I'm repeating myself here, but not only do we have Pizza Huts, but all the Pizza Huts in this area are still old school, sit down, still have the old plastic red cups, still have the fucking sit down old school video games. They're still here, man. They're still around. They're in the small towns. You got to find them, but I guarantee if you look, they're out there. They're everywhere here. Everywhere. But I got one right up the road. Up the road. Yeah, we got one right in downtown, right by our grocery store. So pretty good. Pretty good. Pizza Hut's not bad. My son loves the honey barbecue wings. So, but he likes the boneless ones. Which I'm like, just dude, all you're getting is fancy chicken nuggets. Can we not And they charge you more for boneless.
They didn't used to. They might now, but they didn't used to. Because I used to work at Pizza Hut in my early 20s. And the boneless ones would be cheaper. The bone-in, because it was boneless, bone-in, and tradition.
Bone-in should be.
Because like bone-in is breaded, but it has a bone, obviously. And then traditional also has bone, but it's a skin, not a breading.
Yeah, but I don't like, see, I always ask for them not breaded. I don't like the breading.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you'd be getting the tradition.
Like when I used to go to Hooters, I would always ask for them, you ask for them naked, not breaded.
It was dope as fuck because we had the wings there. We had all the wing sauces and shit. And like you could make for free. You could do like the personal pan. You could make yourself a personal pan like every shift if you wanted to. Mm-hmm. And I would just throw the wing sauce on there. So you'd get like, it'd be like fucking chicken or pepperoni or whatever. You just be like lemon pepper sauce instead of marinara or like honey barbecue or whatever the fuck you wanted to do. It makes some good shit.
Little buffalo chicken pizza.
Mm-hmm. Fuck yeah, dude.
That's about as far as I would go. I'm not. I like the lemon pepper though. That would be not bad. But I don't like chicken on pizza.
Let's say I love chicken on pizza. Chicken, pineapple, all the pizza crimes, all the pizza sins. I will commit them all. What was cool about that job was that I noticed, like almost immediately, that nobody was monitoring the phone calls. So like I would just hang up on people like whenever I felt like it. It like there was never any repercussions. It was pretty awesome. And like never the people that like didn't deserve it. Like right. I would literally, because you literally had to answer the phone with like, "Hi, thank you for calling Pizza Hut," and then people would still proceed to ask, "What do you have?" It's like, Pizza Hut? No, we're trying this shit again. I'm gonna hang up on you, and you're gonna call back when you realize that you just called Pizza Hut and asked them what do they have.
Well, we're
like, one thing if you're like, "Hey, do you have anchovies or whatever?" But it's like, what do you have? It's like it's fucking pizza, like any other fucking thing that any other pizza place would have.
Yeah. And I mean, now really you can go online, you can go on your phone now and look up what menus and stuff. So it's pretty little different now, but yeah, I don't like for chicken and what's weird. And I'll say it, I do like chicken parm, but for some reason, chicken pizza, the flavors don't sit right on my palate, I guess. And as far as pineapple, I don't like hot pineapple, but if pineapple's like on like a kebab on the barbecue, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, grilled pineapple is one of the greatest things on earth. I will stand by
that. I do like grilled pineapple, but hot, just hot pineapple with no char, again, just doesn't sit right on my palate. My son gets the pineapple pizza, and I accidentally grabbed a piece one night drunk, and I thought I was going to die. It's just those two flavors don't. And listen, I love sweet, salty. But those two flavors just don't sit well on my palate. I don't know why. Chicken I don't know why chicken to me doesn't belong on pizza. But again, I love chicken parm, which is chicken, pizza sauce, or spaghetti sauce, and fucking cheese. So it's the same thing, just with breaded. Mm-hmm. So I know it's the same thing, but it's still different to me, I guess. Maybe it's the order. I don't know. I don't know.
Could be.
But yeah, it's just a weird thing. And I don't know. My son always makes fun of me for not liking the pineapple on the pizza, and I make fun of him for liking it, but I don't know. But yeah, grilled pineapple, man, there's something about that shit. Oh my God, that is some badass stuff. I got to get my grill working again. First, I got to keep my animals off my fucking porch. Then I can get my grill working again. So, but anyway.
Good luck with that.
No, we're going to fence them all in. We're going to make a pallet fence. We just need I just need a vehicle to get pallets here with. I need a truck and a trailer. My parents have one. I need to go pick it up, and maybe I'll do that during Thanksgiving weekend. Because there's a place not far at all from me that literally has stacks of pallets, and there's a big sign out there, free pallets. They're just giving their pallets away. So I'm gonna head over there and maybe I'll do that over Thanksgiving weekend and get that done. It's not a bad idea.
Right on.
Yeah, go out there, borrow their truck trailer, drive on back, go pick up some pallets. Not a bad idea at all. Maybe go fishing if it's still nice out. It's supposed to be. So, but okay. Let's go ahead, folks. There was another little another, I guess, kind of big story this week that everybody was all over AEW about. And that is the fact that Tony Khan has once again broken open the purse, the checkbook, and he Full Gear pay-per-view coming up on November 23rd. And he has licensed November Rain by Guns N' Roses. So there you go. He actually put out a tweet yesterday that said, thanks to @Guns N' Roses, AEW has secured a license to use November Rain in our videos promoting AEW Full Gear. This AEW November to remember. Expect AEW November Rain by this weekend. Again, next Wednesday before the pay-per-view. See you on TBS for Wednesday Night Dynamite tomorrow, which was actually this was the 12th.
Yeah.
So, a lot of people were kind of all over him. Man, pick a new song. Well, folks, the new songs suck. I'm just going to say it.
I mean, that's not necessarily true, but like at the same time, though, there are just some shit goes better with wrestling than like others. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, like it's pretty cool. Like, you know, they used to do it for ECW, where like they use November Rain for the November to Remember shit, which are like that was always the coolest move in the world because like they just straight up stole the fucking music without asking for permission, and then they just wrote courtesy of, and just like the idea that they got away with that shit for so long is so amazing because it's just like it's not like nobody ever bothered to check where it was like, wait, none of us claimed this shit. Why are you using our music? Like nobody ever bothered to think about it. Like they would like I've been watching old ECW and they would put the names of like the people that worked at the companies. It was like courtesy of like Bob Fishman. And it's like, what? This is the most wild shit. You didn't have permission for it. You didn't talk to any of these motherfuckers.
No, but Bob
like, straight lie.
No, but Bob put it on a CD. Bob burnt it, so it was Bob. That's how it works. Old Bob. Bob brought me the CD, so it's Bob's. That's how
that
it
was
works.
The coolest shit in the world was you had just ECW just straight stealing music and using it for video packages, and then you had WCW just ripping off the fucking like Nirvana and like Pearl Jam and like the Dogs fucking people trying to talk. That's wrong. That's he is just having a pit bull is a lot of fun. Let me tell you, they're the best dogs on earth.
I'm telling you,
time of my life.
You'll be all right. He'll calm down.
I'll tell you, nothing's more fun than getting bit right between the shoulder blades. That's a treat and a half. Let me tell you.
I'll bet that must feel great. But honestly, Smark, I've only got one more little thing to get into, and then all I got is Dynamite after that. If y'all can think of anything I forgot to talk about, let me know in the chat. I know we don't have many people in the chat tonight, but Norab is always one to let me know, as long as it's not about Stuttering John. So anyway, last week, folks, you remember we spoke about this WWE ID program that they have going on, this little when they're given identifications to these indie guys. Well, right now we have kind of an updated list of some of the guys that have been chosen. And if I remember correctly, last week, Smark, we only named 4 schools. So within that week, Knox Pro Entertainment and Academy, owned by Rikishi and Reno Black Pearl, that's in California, have joined this also. So the ID schools are now Black and Brave Wrestling with Seth Rollins and Merrick Brave. That's in Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
Elite Pro Wrestling Training Center. That's Scott Reed and Mike Hollow. That's in Concord, New Hampshire. I already mentioned Knox. Nightmare Factory. We know that's Cody Rhodes and QT Marshall. That's in McDonough, Georgia. And then we got the Reality of Wrestling. That's Booker T and Charmel. And that's in Texas City, Texas. I don't even know where that is.
Texas, I'm willing to make wager.
I think that's near Houston, Texas City.
Probably that's where G's from.
Yeah, I think that's in that area. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where that's. I think it's in that Houston, Austin-ish area-ish. I'm not sure, but we also have a quick list of some of the talents. Now, folks, I know we don't all know most of these talents, but hell, there ain't that many. Let's go ahead and run this list down. Now, it doesn't tell which school they were picked up from, but you could look them up if you're curious. We got Bryce Donovan, Zeta Steel, Zach Summit. Now, in parentheses, his name is Jack Cartwheel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did a lot of GCW shows.
Okay. Cappuccino Jones, who I think we spoke about last week, Smark. And I mean, if you're going to have a cappuccino, you need Ice Williams. He's going to have to go with the Cappuccino Jones. You got to have Cappuccino Jones with Ice Williams. They go together well. One ice cappuccino. Dude, I just literally gave them a tag team when they come to that fucking company, by the way.
Damn right.
Ice cappuccino. Bingo. Next one is someone called It's Gal. G-A-L. Gal. It's Gal. Let me put it that way. Let me rephrase that. Mark Mathers. I don't know if that's Eminem's cousin or what, but who knows? Zara Zaker. Zaker. Z-A-K-H-E-R. I do not mean to say that name wrong. I mean no disrespect. Sam the Hard Way Holloway and Sean Legacy. No. So far, it's just as good as fucking. Dude, I'll take that name over Dax Hardwood any day.
Okay, yeah, fair. I was gonna say it's like the worst name I've ever heard, but no, okay, Dax Hardwood. Yeah.
See. Actually, Sean Legacy. That's actually a good one. I like Sean Legacy. But I'm telling
you, he's fine. I get.
Now,
Sean Legacy's fine, I guess. But I was talking about like you said, like I don't know, like Trevor the Long Way or some bullshit. I don't know. The guy for him.
It was actually Sam Hardway Holloway.
It's the fucking worst name ever.
I wonder if he just gets. I don't know, man, but I'm loving me some Ice Cappuccino right now. I'm waiting for that tag team and the royalties, folks. You heard it here first.
For real, you fucking spend a little bit more time thinking of your name. You got fucking Cappuccino Jones. That's a cool ass name. And then you got fucking Sam Hardway Jr. Fuck his name was.
Actually, Ice Williams is actually a good name too. I like Ice Williams. Even Bryce Donovan isn't a bad name. It's a little generic, but I mean, not too bad. Marcus Mathers is a little. That's super generic. That's like that just sounds like the kid you knew in kindergarten that used to like eat boogers and paste.
Kind of do like Kid Cash vibes, where it's like you're clearly trying to rip somebody off, but you can't quite use the name because you don't want to get sued. But so they.
Nah. But anyway, I think we came up with at least one good tag team out of this little group here. And like I said, I'm hoping we can get some royalties out of that once they start using Ice Cappuccino.
I for real, I do hope they team them up. It just honestly, just have them blatantly rip off Human Tornado's gimmick of just being like the old blaxploitation type characters. That'd be cool as shit. Just have them have afros, or just it'd be fucking dope.
That could be cool. That could be fun. Man, I think we're the only show that talks about Human Tornado. We bring him up more than I guarantee unless he has his own show, we bring him up probably more than any other show, like anywhere I've ever heard.
I'm pretty sure that he doesn't. I was fucking shocked to learn that New Jack had one prior to his passing. It was called Safe Space with New Jack, which is the funniest fucking title. Like, I haven't listened to it yet, but that is the greatest title to give to a podcast with New Jack is Safe Space.
Break out the oxymorons right there at the beginning. I mean, hell yeah. That was good.
God bless him, because apparently, like, the only thing that I've heard that came out of that was he told a story about how Junkyard Dog ripped him off on a cocaine deal. So that the next time he saw Junkyard Dog, he was like at an ECW show and he just started like trying to whoop his ass. And it was funny because RVD commented on that. He was like, that was pretty unprofessional. It's like, well, where does the unprofessionalism begin? Is it at like JYD taking him to like buy crack, or is it like the fact that he punched him because he fucking ripped him off on a crack deal?
Both could be worth a smack. Put it that way. Oh, not the smack. I mean a smack. Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay.
Smack was part of the problem.
Both are worth smack. No, I didn't mean that. That's not what I meant. Shit. Anyway, sorry about that. But yeah, that was all I had on the WWE ID program. Did anything come over that we missed talking about? Did Test have the best big boot? Big boot. Maybe. Test was pretty good. He was get it pretty good. I always thought Kane's always looked good too. Till he got a little older. Couldn't get that leg up there.
Yeah, I mean, he was collecting injuries for a while there and kind of slowed him down. But for a while there, he was doing a lot of crazy shit. He was doing those like fucking top rope clotheslines and shit.
Yeah. But Test did have a good one. Test had in what little run he had. Speedball Mike Bailey is rumored to go to AEW with his contract with TNA expiring soon. Okay, interesting.
Why not?
And Baron Corbin is doing a grilled cheese contest.
Like a state fair?
I don't know. He was doing a cooking show.
He does seem like the type of guy that would be a good judge for a chili cook-off.
A biker chili cook-off or something?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, if he wants to do a biker chili cook-off.
Chili cook-offs are kind of cowboy biker shows anyway.
See, I'm looking at a big boot compilation, so I'll get back to you in about 4 minutes and 44 seconds.
Send him the best recipe for grilled cheese. Nah, dude. My grilled cheese has I like to make them with ham and tomato. A little salt on that tomato. That's what I like to do.
See, this becomes a question of like how much extra ingredients can you add before it stops becoming a grilled cheese?
Yeah, mine's more of a grilled ham and cheese with tomato is what mine is. That's
after a while, it's like, yeah, I make my grilled cheese with like a burger patty in the middle. I was like, well, no, you're just making a fucking cheeseburger.
that's a patty melt. All right.
Well, yeah.
Oh, I love patty melts. Oh, those fucking grilled onions. I love grilled onions. They're the best. Caramelized onions.
All right, so I'm about a minute into this big boot compilation, and they just all look the fucking same to me. Like, really, all you're doing is just lifting your leg up and they're running into it. Like, it's really hard to, like, fuck one up. Like, I'll have to let you know if I see a bad one.
That's basically what they did for Hulk Hogan for years after he was, slowing down. They ran right into his boot. Mm-hmm. They ran into his fist. They ran into his boot. But, all right, I guess while you're watching that, I can kind of kick off little AEW.
Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to share my screen. This is
fuck it. Go ahead. Do that.
While you're
here, wait. Here, let's do that. Okay, so he said Corbin wants to go on like a Hell's Kitchen or a Chopped. I don't know if I can do Hell's Kitchen. That just looks like a fucking bad time to make. Chopped looks fun. One day in, out.
One day I didn't know.
That could work too. Baron Corbin's was low. He didn't get very high up there.
I kind of like Big Cass's big boot.
Cass does have a big boot. Yeah. Braun Strowman's is pretty good. He's fucking giant. That's why. Braun's was pretty good. Bray had a good boot too. Yeah, I forgot about that. Forgot about him. That was Claudio, I think.
Yeah, it was.
Claudio's just great. Gunther, yeah. More Gunther.
Sorry, I think you're talking about AEW.
Was that Damian Priest I'm looking at now?
Not sure.
I think that might have been Damian Priest.
All right, that one didn't look like shit. I think that was Gulak.
Drew's got a real good boot. So does Sheamus. Drew, though, I think Drew might actually be up there with one of the best too. His always look fucking brutal as shit. Was that Elias?
I think so.
He's now, what is he, Ezekiel, and doing like preaching videos.
Right on.
Yeah, it's fine. Seems to be very happy and enjoying himself. So hey, more power to the guy. Fuck yeah.
Right on.
Seems happy. Seems less stressed. He seems very content with what he's doing. I like that for anybody. Chris Hero.
Yeah.
Chris Hero sandwich.
I just like the idea that he started using the big boot just because he got fat, not because he became like he's a big guy.
What better reason?
Well, I mean, I guess it makes sense. You have extra weight to put behind the shot.
Was that Luke Gallows?
Think so?
Taker. Shit, who was that little dude? Oh,
I think it was fucking what's his name? Oh god. Mustafa Ali.
oh, okay. I got you. All right. What else are we looking at here? Who else is that? That was hype guy. Mojo Rawley.
That's right.
Kevin
the
Owens.
inventor of Zubaz, depending on who you ask.
Yeah, I think we should put Owens up there too with a couple good ones.
Oh my god, fucking no way, Jose. I completely forgot that motherfucker existed.
Oh, no way. Did you? No way.
That's right. No way.
Roman, come on. Roman got to go. Oh, Ryback. Don't put Ryback in anything. Don't put Ryback in there. Joe's hit and miss. Joe is just like great one week, weird the next, decent the
He
next.
doesn't get his leg up high enough, I don't think.
No. Fucking Taker definitely is up there. Shit, was that Shelton or
fucking leave it to Shelton. Like, even his big boot is more athletic than everybody else's. Motherfucker did a jumping big boot.
was that Titus? That was Titus O'Neil, actually.
It sure was. Well, Shelton before, but then it became.
That was Shelton. Okay, yeah. That was Shelton, then Titus.
Shelton was the one that did the fucking jumping big boot. That was like way more athleticism. You're defeating the purpose of the big boot at that point. It's like they run into your foot. Like you overcomplicated the move. Like it looked cool.
Yeah, Patrick Clark should not be doing a big boot. Wade Barrett, yeah, big guy, big boot. Okay.
Actually, the other ones look nice.
I kind of miss Wade. Kind of miss Wade in the ring. I know he's still announcing, but kind of miss him in the ring. Miz isn't a big guy, but dude, I'm sorry. I've praised Miz so fucking much on this show. I just can't do it anymore. I think the guy is fucking awesome. I think the guy's a goddamn workhorse. I respect the shit out of him. think he gets a bad rap because he was an annoying prick, comes from a reality TV show, and
I became a Miz fan the day that I saw the CM Punk documentary because I felt bad for him. Because like the CM Punk documentary, for those who don't remember, there's like a good 5-minute portion of the Miz just saying nothing but nice things about him. Like how he just never, like, no matter what they gave him, he made it work, and he always tried hard, and he always had ideas, and he always busted his ass no matter where they were, like live event, Raw, SmackDown, pay-per-view, whatever. And then they just cut to him being like, yeah, so I wanted to leave because Miz was main eventing WrestleMania. I'm like, the fucking audacity of you. Like, what did he do to you personally? Like, you're mad that he's getting a, like, fuck you.
Yeah, that was one. I mean, that was one of his reasons, and I don't know. We don't need to get into all that, but he says, I am one of the few that loved his title run years ago when he was fighting. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Miz has had a few. You got to realize how many times that guy's been champion. He's been with the company close to 20 fucking years at this point. I would say he came in what, 05, 06?
Something like that. He was on one of the tough ones.
Yes, he was. And then they brought him in for a SmackDown. So Miz debut year. All right. So Miz came in 2006. Okay. So he's been there 18 years. Probably going on 19 now.
Mm-hmm.
Coming up to 19 years. My God, man. Think about that. Think of all the people that you thought were never going to make it in this company. The first time we saw him, he stammered, he stuttered, he was trying to read his hand. Do you remember his debut?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they kept giving him the Marines thing where he's go, ooh.
And he had to read the text this number was new and he couldn't remember it. He couldn't remember the website. It was awful. I'm like, this guy is not going to make it long. Well, he proved a lot of people wrong, I would say. I think he proved a lot.
On the real world, his whole stick on the real world was that he wanted to be a professional wrestler. He was like, get the fuck out of here. And then he went to wrestling, and they're like, get the fuck out of here. You're the real world guy. And he just kept going, and eventually he became a legitimate wrestler. So fucking good for him.
I wonder if we could play that for 44 seconds, or if we'd get a copyright for it.
I don't. You can share it if you want to.
Oh, fuck it. Let me open it up. Let me hit stream. Let me hit present. Share screen. Think about that, dude. 2006, he was stammering. He was stuttering. He was all over the place. Fast forward to now. Holy shit. Unbelievable. Never thought it. Never fucking thought it. Got a fucking gorgeous wife. Got a TV show. Fucking beautiful house. Got everything in the world. God's got the fucking world by the balls, man.
Sure. Absolutely.
Can't say that about a lot of reality stars, man, that went out and did anything after they were off reality TV. He definitely is definitely one of the few, man, that went out there and made something of himself. And I don't know, man. I got a lot of respect for that guy. He took a lot of shit. Like a lot. You listen to those shoot interviews from Sean Oliver, the U shoots, and those guys all kind of were like, yeah, we gave Miz a lot of shit. Yeah, we gave Miz a ton of shit. Yeah, Miz is tough because of what we put him through, and he took all of it. So a lot of those guys put him over for taking the abuse he did and not giving up. So guy was fucking changing in like with the fans in the bathroom because they wouldn't allow him in the locker room.
Yeah, because he had the audacity to eat fried chicken near Chris Benoit's bag.
Well, looking back on it, you might have gotten off light.
He narrowly avoided dangling from above. Like,
you were just a little kid to him. Oh, shit. Sorry about that. Yeah, that could have gone much worse for you, Miz. So, but yeah, a lot of those guys will tell you they did torture the fuck out of that guy, and they respect him for taking it and not, he never went to the fucking higher ups and complained. Never, not that it would have mattered, but he just took it, and eventually they let him back in. So, But anyway, Smark, we had a little show last night called AEW Dynamite. Got to tell you, wasn't great.
Sure.
Wasn't great. Wasn't horrible, but I got a few things we'll get into on this show. First match I thought was fine. It was the Christian Cage with all the patriarchy down there, and with Hangman Adam Page versus Jay White and Juice Robinson. I just think Juice Robinson's fucking hilarious. Everything he does is just fucking funny. Even if it's not meant to be to me, I just kind of chuckle at him.
Right.
I'm still not sure why Kip Sabian looks like a anime character out of a Japanese anime movie.
I don't understand anything he's doing, and I don't like anything that he's doing.
I mean, I'll be honest, I'm very indifferent on the guy because I don't see him doing a lot. So I really can't sit here and be like, oh, after everything I've seen of this guy. No, I really have nothing because I don't see him doing much. So
yeah. I mean, I think that's the thing is like, what is his character? I mean, you could ask that about a lot of people, like in any company, but like, what is his character? He just has like a weird bleach blonde dyed haircut thing. Like that's about it.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like an anime character, but that's about all I can tell you.
Mm-hmm.
That's about all I can tell you. But I don't know, man. I thought it was definitely a pretty good match, though. I did enjoy it. But this was the match where at the end of it, though. No, this match just ended. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
This match just ended with Christian Cage and Adam Page picking up the win. But it was a good match. Page just... I just don't buy him as this badass they're trying to make this guy. I just don't. And then we go from that, and we're backstage with Mercedes Moné and Camille, and they're chatting, and Renee's like, you tried to run over Mercedes. And Mercedes now...
I love this. I love how it was so bad that they fucking they retconned it from being that she ran her over, that she ended up trying to run her over. Because last week it was she ran her over because you literally had fucking Chris Statlander yelling, "You're gonna run me over! You're just gonna run me over! Run me over! You ran me over! How dare you run me over? Why did you run me over? This is gonna affect your insurance rate." And she's fighting her, and like now it's so bad that it became she tried to run her over, and like, oops, they did it again because this segment also sucked shit. Like nothing against Chris Statlander, who I like, but like, oh my god, they're back at it again.
I'll give him one. First of all, I don't know why Mercedes is trying to sound like Janice from Friends. What do you think of your C-A-O? I was like, oh my God, why did she just do that? But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I will admit, though, the crowd did give a little pop when Statlander put them through the wall. The crowd did pop for that, so I'll at least give them a little credit for that. And that did not look bad. What are you going to do?
-5 stars!
All right.
Gonna do that.
But at least the crowd popped. That's all I'm saying. Then we had this Will Ospreay.
I'm sure that a crowd popped and they played the audio. I'm not sure it was the actual like live crowd reacting to that. I'm sure that a crowd popped at one point, and that's what we heard.
Could have been. You got a point there, Smark. I'm not going to fucking argue with you. But anyway, we get Will Ospreay out there.
Boo, Fran Drescher stinks. That's never.
I didn't say Fran Drescher. I said Janice from Friends. Not the same character. No, it's not the same character. No,
playing Fran Drescher. Her fucking character in The Nanny was just Fran. Like she doesn't have rage. Fran Drescher does Fran Drescher shit for a while.
Yeah, but she wasn't in Friends. I don't think she was ever in Friends.
Well, she was a Fran Drescher type at least.
She was kind of. She was sort of. Just More
character. Let me make sure, though.
More annoying she was. But we had this thing with, like I said before, this whole thing with Kyle Fletcher and Will Ospreay just got dragged the fuck out. Now, the only thing that if I'm going to find a positive in this match, I'll give it this. Seeing Cage and Hobbs go at it, I want to see more of that. Those two fucking big dudes going at it, that was fucking pretty good. Otherwise, all this brought us to was Lance Archer versus Roderick Strong. And I'm sorry, this was like watching fucking Minnie Mouse win this match. It's just, I can't even. Why waste? They're literally just about to give this fucking guy some kind of push, right? So they have him go out there and lose to probably one of the smallest guys in the company. Oh, yeah, that push is going to go real fucking well now. Great work, Tony. Great work, Mr. Khan. Unbelievable.
I'm going to share something real quick. We were talking about this last week, and I wish I would have saw the video before, but I saw it right when we got done last week because you had mentioned Kyle Fletcher. Check this shit out.
Yeah, I saw this, and you know what? I can't unsee it. It's kind of stuck in my brain. It is kind of like he did a Randy Orton.
Just straight plagiarism. Cease and desist, brother.
Wonder if he might have known. They're probably friends.
Do you think they're friends?
Who knows? Could be. These guys are all fucking friends.
Like Janice and Joey?
Right, exactly. They did end up being more than friends for a little while there. But I don't know. I guess anything to cut that promo between those two off was fine, but I do not understand having Roderick Strong go over here versus Lance Archer. There was so many other guys they could have fucking used, and it would have looked better, but Roderick Strong advances, folks. He's going to be going to Full Gear, taking on MJF, which is going to look even more ridiculous because
Full Gear sign.
Little MJF is going to fucking tower over him. MJF is going to look like fucking Hulk Hogan.
Like that picture of like Adam Cole and fucking Zack Sabre hanging out, and it's like they both claim to be 6'2", and it's like Zack Sabre's a good 5 inches taller than Adam Cole.
Yeah, exactly. Shit. But anyway, we had another match after that. Smark, Adam Cole versus Takeshita. It was all right. Just some of these matches don't need to go to goddamn picture in picture. All I'm saying. Good brain buster, though, by Cole on Takeshita. That was a very good brain buster.
Mm-hmm.
But that looked fucking pretty rough. Looked pretty rough.
I will say, though, I'll give him credit because what I thought was going to happen, what actually ended up happening was a little bit different because I thought for sure that match 3, because the idea was Cole and Strong had to both win 3 matches in a row in order to face MJF at Full Gear. So I was thinking for sure, like match number 3 was going to be Adam Cole v. Roderick Strong.
Mm-hmm.
And it turned out that it was not. And it turned out that Adam Cole ended up losing, so he doesn't get his MJF match.
Yep. Cole did end up losing after that, and Takeshita came back out and took him out, and Don Callis came out or Kyle O'Reilly came out. It was just a fucking clusterfuck, man. There was a lot of clusterfucks on here tonight. But Ricochet came out and hit Takeshita. Takeshita dropped the title. Then we heard from Jon Moxley. All right. So they pull up in this black truck. I guess that's what they're driving now. It's all they're driving is black trucks. That's what they're doing now. Mm-hmm. And Moxley comes out, and honestly, this was probably the worst one out of the promos he's been cutting. I think this might have been one of the worst ones that he's cut. But it brings out Orange Cassidy, who, no matter what, they're just not gonna. That guy's just not a badass. He's just a cool character, but not a badass.
Right.
Just not a badass. They're now calling themselves the Moxley's team. They're now the Death Riders. Smark. What do you think of that name?
Yeah, that's right. They started that last week, but yeah, that's what they're calling themselves. What makes me laugh is like, do they all have to wear matching uniforms though? Because like everybody wearing the white tank top, for whatever reason, just seeing Maria Shafir in the white tank top just made me laugh. I don't know why, but she just looked funny in the fucking. Everybody's wearing the Moxley out. It reminds me of like we were talking about ripping off Eminem before with the guy that's under the ID contract. It reminds me of like there was a VMAs one year where like Eminem performed the Real Slim Shady, and it was just everybody wearing a white shirt and jeans. And he had like a bunch of, like literally 100 or so people of just guys who were made out to look just like him. Like they had the bleach blonde hair and they had the white, like I said, white shirt, jeans. That's what it reminds me of. Is everybody's dressed wearing the fucking Moxley outfit, the white tank top, and I think also jeans.
I don't think Yuta was though. I think Yuta was wearing like a tan shirt, I believe.
Yeah, like a hoodie or something.
Yeah, I think his was like tan or rust, some kind of color like that. I think I could, if you really want me to, I could go back and check.
No, it's not that important. But everybody else is dressed like Jon Moxley. So everybody has to wear matching uniforms.
I mean, I got Dynamite right here. Hold on. Let me go to the end here. I'll go to the end. Back in the here, back where they were jumping them. Back where they were jumping them. All right, we're not there yet. We got to go back a little more here. All right, we're almost there now because we're at the Penelope Ford match. We're going back. All right, wait a minute. Here comes Yuta because he jumps in the back of the truck. Man, they beat the shit out of Darby Allin, though, man.
Mm-hmm.
They fucking Claudio swung him into the garage door. Let's see. Yuta's about to jump in the back of the truck. Hold on. He's got a black hoodie on. Nope. That's Darby in the black hoodie.
In my mind's eye, he was wearing a green hoodie, but I might be wrong. Norab asked, did you read that Moxley is in charge of his segments and needs Tony to approve it? I guess he's not in charge of his segments, but he needs Tony to approve it. Right?
Yeah. No, it was greenish. You're right. It was green. Green hoodie, but there was a white shirt underneath it, Smart. I will tell you that.
Yeah, so he had the Moxley uniform on. He was just a little chilly.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just a little chilly over there in Bridgeport. That's what the problem was.
Yep.
So there you go. Now we know. Now we know, Smark. But yeah, that was that. And then we got Britt Baker and Penelope Ford match, Smark, right after that.
Mm-hmm.
Just that's what we came back to. Actually, I believe before that we got Jericho backstage for a little thing with Renee Paquette. Then we got this match. Britt Baker won after the match.
Speaking of Jericho and speaking of plagiarism,
I
don't know if this is just common knowledge or it might just be common knowledge, but it was something that I stumbled across the other day. Because I told you I've been watching old UCW, and I was watching Hardcore Heaven '94.
Mm-hmm.
First match, Hack Myers v. Rock and Rebel. And like they introduced Rock and Rebel, and his nickname sounds familiar. And I'm like, wait a minute, did I hear them right? So I rewind it. They introduced the Rocking Rebel as the Ayatollah of Rock and Roll. This is a good 2 or 3 years before Jericho and ECW. That motherfucker stole his nickname. Just straight up plagiarism.
Shit. That also came from an older movie. I think that might have come from the Blues Brothers. That was bad. I would have been back in like the 70s. That's like 78, I believe, the Blues Brothers.
Okay. But I mean, like, if somebody starts using it wrestling and then you also use it, I would say that you're stealing from that person.
Probably.
Because, like, okay, the Sting clearly stole from the Crow, but then if you show up in the Sting face paint, you're stealing from Sting.
Yeah, I guess.
Would be my argument to that. But yeah, that's wild. Jericho's out here stealing people's
No,
Sting.
it was actually from Mad Max 2.
Interesting.
It was from Mad Max 2. That's exactly what it was from. That's what it was from. Let's see.
Oh,
How
so
long?
there's a trickle down effect of people just stealing shit from other sources.
Here we go. It's a
Or is it?
There you go. And you heard he said Lord Humongous. That was Sid Vicious's character for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, everything is just taken from something else.
Well, that's true.
That was Mad Max 2. That's exactly what that was. And
from what I understand, before he debuted WCW, Bill had seen the movie Sister Act, and he was like, all right, this is about to be my last name. About to be Bill Goldberg.
There you go. And that would have been 1981, Mad Max 2.
Okay, right on.
So, I mean, he might have gotten it from the guy in wrestling, but we know Jericho does take a lot of shit from movies, so...
It's kind of lame when every week these guys beat up the same people and no one gets the better of them.
No, it's just... And what happened to all the fucking mid-carders out there that were waiting 2 weeks ago for these guys? What happened to all these mid-carders that were after them? They're just like, well, we missed them that 1 week, so we're good. We're okay.
Listen, we tried our best. We formed a lynch mob, and they whooped all of our asses, and now it's back to Collision with us.
You do what you got to do, I guess, right? Anyway, all right. Oh shit! Sorry, I bumped my mic. 1 sec.
Well, what killed me was like they had I think it was the week that Lashley debuted. They had Menard on commentary, and he was talking about it. He was like, because like Lashley comes out and is like Lashley Shelton MVP, and he's like, "Where's Moxley's scoop now?" And it's like, brother, do not bury the lead. Like that's not happening for another 8 months, my friend. Like they're stretching that shit out as long as you.
Which one? Which storyline?
Because eventually Moxley's group, the Death Riders, eventually they're gonna have to put them against Hurt Syndicate.
Oh yeah, most definitely. That's definitely gonna go from there. Definitely, it's almost.
She says weird. Oh, it's almost like AEW. Actually, I mean, honestly, the Halloween episode was pretty dope. And then the week afterwards, like last week's episode was all right. But yeah, this week was kind of hit and miss.
There was a few good things, a few bad things. I mean, we just had Swerve versus Leo Rush coming up next year, and Swerve won, but man, there was just way too much offense from Leo Rush here.
Did you like Leo Rush's jacket? He had it was like a fur coat, but it had spikes everywhere, like fucking Road Warrior stuff.
Yeah, he loves the jacket.
They have it. Swerve beats Leo Rush's ass, and like we were talking about, he gets on the microphone and he says that they're in Stanford. They boo him. Then Lashley comes out and just beats his ass, and then they start chanting, "This is Bridgeport," while Swerve is like face down. That was pretty great.
Yeah, it was. I
got to give MVP credit because like he's a better man than I. Because I don't know if he just didn't hear the slip up, but like cheers to him for coming out and like being on the microphone and not making fun of Swerve for fucking up the name. Because like that had to have been instinct number one.
Yeah, maybe.
MVP comes out and he's like, "Yeah, fucking, you're so afraid of Lashley that you can't even get the name of the town right." Then everybody cheers for fucking Hurt Syndicate and Swerve looks silly. So like, cheers to him for like trying to like downplay that.
Yeah, that could have backfired on AEW a little bit there.
Right.
So, but yeah, that was good. But yeah, I was glad to see all that go down. But then we come back from break and Jamie Hayter is there and she's in the middle of cutting a promo and it just, when she's about to answer something, cuts out. And I'll be honest, this was the best part of the fucking show to me was this Julia Hart video. It was so well done.
Yeah, for sure.
Like she was in a dream getting phone calls, but the phone's not hooked up. She's got blood on her shirt and but she's definitely on her way back. But I thought that was,
it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Cause like, it's actually a follow-up to, I didn't actually watch Collision, but I just saw it on Twitter that on Collision, they ran a vignette that it was Julia Hart, like doing like, she was on a football field doing her like cheerleader routine. And then like House of Black Julia Hart shows up like in the stands, and she's like the only person in the stands. She shoots her with an arrow. So you cut, like Julia Hart like passes out, and then you cut to Wednesday's vignette of her just being like on the bed. She's bleeding from the chest where she got shot with the arrow.
So it is a dream in a dream, like I said. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, pretty much. No, you're right. I think it's about it. That's just what led to the Wednesday's vignette, which I also thought was probably the best part of the show. It was because a lot of times when they tried to do like the spooky shit, like sometimes it could be very hit and miss, but this one it was really well done, I thought.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure, but it seems to me Julia Hart's got a little bit of creative input just by the way. Just almost like she seems so into it that she has to have the input. Is what it looks like to me. I don't know. I could be completely off, but she puts everything into that character, man. I'll tell you, she doesn't hold back a bit. She just fucking lets it all go, and it works, man. It fucking works.
She says an MVP should go over in a last man standing match and be declared the most vertical person.
Ha ha!
See, because MVP, it's pretty cool.
Got a cane. Stand up easier. Well, anyway, we've got this main event, folks. We had Private Party coming down to watch this match because it was a tag team, or actually it was a FTR. It was House of Black versus FTR in a 4-way contender series match. This is for Full Gear. It was good that Malachi was back. I think a lot of people weren't sure what was going on last week, but he did put out a video saying he ain't going nowhere. He's not injured. He's fine. But these guys were, well, that fucking Brody King, man, he's another one of a kind. He's a big guy to be as fast as he is, man. He should not be that fast.
He's Malachi back.
Ha ha!
Okay.
I will say though, Brody King, like the match ends with Brody King just choking the shit out of Dax Harwood. Which now makes him, since Eddie Kingston is injured, congratulations, Brody King. You are now my favorite wrestler. Just strength based on the strength of you just choking the shit out of Dax Harwood alone. Like, I know it's a work. I don't care. It's a work. You choked him unconscious. I'm going to pretend that it's real. And there you go. Cheers to you.
And then they just got up and shook hands.
I choose not to acknowledge that part. If you would have ended before the handshake, it would have been the greatest ending to a wrestling program in history. Just to get the shit choked out of him.
What's going on with suddenly Aleister Black or Malachi Black is shaking hands with everybody after the match lately? What's 2 in a row, man? I see a pattern here.
They're fucking. This is signaling the incoming debut of Nick Nemeth. Because when he was Dolph Ziggler, when he first debuted, he was going around shaking hands with everybody. That was one of the fucking stupidest gimmicks. He'd just be on it like every episode of Raw. He'd just like come up and like shake Batista's hand and just shake fucking Eddie Guerrero's hand or whoever it was at the time.
It's what you have to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you got to do, man. Otherwise, Booker T is gonna fucking, lose his mind and go on his podcast and go, "Some bitch didn't shake my hand. Let me tell you about Randy Orton."
I do like the idea that you spent a non-significant amount of time in jail for a while and you got a second chance, and you want somebody to be prohibited from getting a job because they didn't shake your hand because they're young. It's really, you can't be forgiving of other people's mistakes, you fucking asshole.
No. It's only a one-way street around here now. That's how we work. That's how this country is now, Smark. You one way or the other, man. You're not allowed to think any different, do anything different. You have to just toe the line.
That's it.
Toe the fucking line. But anyway, do you have anything else? I got nothing else, man. We're tapped. I'm tapped.
I kind of do. They said that Jon Moxley was going to be in charge of the Superstation. What the fuck came of that? Like they ran it. They had a big old graphic that says Jon Moxley is in charge of the Superstation, and then like nothing happened.
No, I don't know if I don't know. I guess just the fact that he took over the show twice tonight, maybe. I don't know.
Like is doing. I mean, I know you don't know, but I don't know either. But does fucking him being in a vignette count as taking over the station? Like, what is the deal? And like they were promoting that ahead of time, like before, because they were promoting it right around the same time Moxley was doing the interview. We were saying people need to be pissed with the desert. They were saying that he was taking over the Superstation. So like, okay, like beating up Darby is taking over the Superstation. I mean, that was kind of cool, I guess. But
yeah, that was actually the last sentence of the article was that he was going to be taking over the Superstation this week. So yeah, exactly. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Maybe he'll be like interrupting the fucking 24-hour like Christmas story marathon or whatever. I don't think they do that anymore, but let's pretend they do.
We'll figure it out. Maybe they'll follow up with it next week. Maybe they'll do something, but that's it, man. That's all I got for tonight.
Same. It's finally done biting and humping me, so I'm going to enjoy my peace for a little while.
Yeah, you might want.
Not literally. I'm not going to start stroking it. I'm actually probably just going to watch some TV. But
hey, you do what you got to do, man. Just remember that the dog is watching you.
Mm-hmm.
He is. He's watching you.
Probably learned behavior, to be honest.
Anyway, all right, Smark. We need to let them know about tomorrow, but let them know about Monday and tomorrow. Why don't you just do both? Go for it.
Oh yeah, brother. What we're going to be doing tomorrow? It's going to be 8 p.m. It's when the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight starts. And we're going to be doing a watch along on Tits, the Totally Inappropriate Team Sports, our YouTube page. I kind of realized that we were promoting this without knowing where we were going to be doing it. So we decided that we're going to do it on the Tits page. I'll send you the link. It'll be no skin off your back. But we're going to be there. Me, Box is going to be there. Cheese is going to be there. Doke's going to be there if he decides he wants to be. So there you go. We're going to be watching the fight. Come ahead and join us. And if you have fun Friday, then go ahead and join us Mondays, 8:30 p.m. That's Totally Appropriate Team Sports, talking the NFL begrudgingly because the Bears are fucking terrible. But we're also talking NCAA. We're also talking a little bit of NHL. So go ahead and join us if you please.
There you go, sir. All right, man. And I will be back. We like Smark said though, definitely join us tomorrow night over there on Tits YouTube channel. I figured that's where we were gonna do it. So that's not a problem at all. And I'll be back this Saturday, folks. I'll be honest. I knew Monday was Veterans Day, and there was no better movie than the one I did that was going to follow up for Veterans Day. I didn't want to go on and talk about bloopers. So this week, I'm going to talk about some, end credit outtakes and bloopers. We'll go through, have some fun with those. And I mean, not like there's Thanksgiving movies that I can go through or anything. So that'll be it for that, folks. But I'll be back Saturday night, 8:30 p.m., 9:30 p.m. Eastern time, right there on Mixler, HollywoodHangout.mixler.com. And I think that is about it. So, folks, we will see you tomorrow night. That's it. All right, folks.
Peace.
Y'all take it easy.